Good morning, everyone. I am your host, Ronnie Chucker, here with WNDC. It is a very cold day today, and we are tracking it. We had our chief neurologist, Nick Cornstorm, who will give you a look at what we are with. Nick?
Good morning, Rodney, and yes, we have a record cold in New York. Right now, our air temperatures are ranging from 10 below zero to 20 below zero. Right now, people are discouraged to be outside at all, as wind chills are dipping down to 30 below zero. Today's highs will...
I apologize for the interruption, but we are getting some breaking news. We just got word of a mass shooting in the canyon. We have no word as to what exactly is occurring. But reports are there are 3 armed individuals in the area. As of what I heard, there are reports of several injuries, or even deaths in the area.
A civil authority has issued a law enforcement warning for the following counties/areas: Westchester, New York, at 6:02 a.m. 1/10/2021, effective until 7:02 a.m. 1/10/2021. Message from Julia is my fav. Active shooter situation in Buchanan. Avoid the EAS 9 exit with State Highway 9 until authorities send an all clear message.
Alright, we have this breaking news coming out of the canyon, where an active shooter situation is unfolding in the area. At this time, we have just heard an emergency alert transmission, which announced that all residents should avoid the area around State Road 9A and US 9. In that area are multiple restaurants like McDonald's and the Canyon Diner. Everyone is advised to stay far away from the area, especially since that is close to the nuclear power plant. Shots of now still seem to be heard. In other news, a CS train has derailed in Mesa, Arizona.
The fuck is happening?
I have no idea.
Attention. Attention. Assailants are attempting to make an entry. Initiate lockdown procedures. I repeat, assailants are attempting to make an entry. Initiate lockdown procedures.
Oh shit! You heard him. Initiate lockdown procedures.
Lockdown activated. Lockdown activated. Lockdown activated. Lockdown activated. Lockdown activated. Lockdown activated.
What's your emergency?
We have 2 armed individuals who seems to have made an entry to the Indian nuclear power plant. We need to leave police and officers from outside our jurisdiction to be sent to the Indian Point nuclear power plant. I repeat, 2 armed individuals have seemed to have made an entry to the Indian Point nuclear power plant. Send as much as you can.
Got it. Help will be on the way. There is a violent intruder with a weapon at the Indian Point nuclear generating station. Police are requested to show up in droves to the scene. I repeat, there is a violent intruder with a weapon at the Indian Point nuclear generating station.
This is the emergency alert system operated by WQHT-FM delivering an urgent announcement from the New York Emergency Management Offices. An armed intrusion is in progress at the Indian Point Nuclear Generating Station. At this time, civil authorities in your area may request an evacuation at any moment. Right now, a voluntary evacuation is in place for every emergency planning zone in the event the situation escalates. You are recommended to evacuate if you can. If you evacuate, please warm your car up first, and do not stay outside too long due to the extreme cold conditions affecting the area. This station will continue to serve the affected areas. Please stay tuned to this radio station for new and the latest updates and information regarding this extremely dangerous situation.
We'll have warmer temperatures coming up later this week. Highs will go back into the upper 60s by Thursday, so it'll surely be a temporary cold spell. But then
We have breaking news coming out from the Indian Point Nuclear Generating Station in the canyon. We had reported that 2 armed individuals had made an entry, and there is even one active shooter report. Right now, it is unknown on what these individuals want with the plant, but it seems like these are the same people behind the active shooting at the small commercial district in the area. These men, they are described as both white, both look like they are in their 30s, and they both have AR-15s or AK-47s or something like that, if I am being told. They may have a very dangerous intention with the plant. Okay, right now, we have a plant engineer on the line at this moment. This would be Walter Jetta with the Cadassin engineering team. Walter, describe a little bit of what's happening.
Hello. I was at the plant conducting a somewhat routine inspection of the generators, making sure everything was good while the demand for energy in the midst of the surging. I was about to be frostbitten, and then I heard shots and then the voice, "Lockdown." I ran out, since, you don't want to be hurt. But right now, there are tons of officers swarming in. But when the officers went in, oh God, is that a dead body? Oh God, looks like an officer. Officers are outside, grieving. Dear Lord! The individuals are killing police officers. This is really bad. It's so...
Ah! I need to go.
Okay then, it appears that the situation is getting worse. Stay tuned to WNBC for continuing coverage of this situation. We are continuing to see the number of dead continue to rise. Officers inside say that the gunmen are killing their squad officers. And seems like we got a call from the plant. It seems to be a worker. I guess we will put them on the line. Alright, you're alive.
Hello. I'm calling this news station in order to communicate exactly what the fuck is going on.
Watch your
So
language,
I'm
buddy.
requesting that you are not to hang up on me, or else I will do something no one wants. We made entry into the Indian Point nuclear generating station because of the fact that Con Edison is planning to close the plant and open a coal-powered plant under the guise of reviving jobs in West Virginia. I have protested against this shutdown of this plant since the final deal to close the plant on January 31st was made 3 months ago. I planned this. I am doing this to send a message to the slimy, greedy CEO of Con Edison, who has been damaging the environment since he took power in August of 2018. Ever since then, he has been plotting to switch away from cleaner energy to dirty energy in the name of costs and profits. I am here to send a message to him and to just show him what environmental damage looks like. This can all be avoided if he cancels the closure of this plant and the opening of a coal-based plant. I and my friend will have no choice but to do what we would hate to do if the CEO cannot meet our demands. If the CEO of Con Edison is listening to this, fucking listen to us or suffer the consequences. I hope you will listen to us. I hope you will meet our demands. None of us would like to see what we can do. As for the officers outside, we will continue to kill whoever tries to stop us from conducting our agenda. God bless.
Okay. That was freaky as hell. I can't believe the suspects that's behind the intrusion had the audacity to call our station. I think they want the plant to stay open. But what does this... Oh crap! I think I know! They want to blow the plant up if their demands are not met. Well, I guess we will have to wait and see what the CEO of Con Edison thinks.
This is your weather radio. Station K135 in New York City, where dreams come true. This station operates 25/8 on a frequency of 162.550 megahertz on top of the Freedom Tower in New York City. This station is owned and operated by the City University of New York.
forecast for this station originates from the National Weather Service office in Upton, New York, in addition to the National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center. For all of the up-to-date weather information, you can visit www.weather.gov/OKX. You can add us on Facebook with National Weather Service NYC and Twitter using NWS Upton. In addition, you can add us on Snapchat using handle NWSOKX or TikTok with the handle .OKXNWS. The current time is 6:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here's the hazardous weather outlook for the New York City metro area. Day 1. Weather hazards expected. Extreme cold risk. Extreme frostbite. The following message is transmitted at the request of your civil authorities. Mandatory evacuation for residents within 60 miles of the Indian Point Nuclear Generating Station. This was issued at the request of the Buchanan Police Department after terrorists threatened to cause destruction in the Warren area and the person they made demands to refusing to meet those demands. A general emergency could be declared at any minute. Evacuate now. This includes the following KW 35 counties and boroughs in New York: Westchester, Queens, Bronx, Manhattan, Kings, Brooklyn, Nassau, and Rockland. And in New Jersey, Bergen and Hudson. Please consult the wireless emergency alert for shelter options in your area. Repeating, a mandatory evacuation has been issued for much of the KW 35 listening area. This is for your safety. Evacuate now. The following message is transmitted at the request of your civil authorities. Mandatory evacuation for residents within 60 miles of the Indian Point Nuclear Generating Station.
You're gonna help me blow the plant up.
No!
You guys, you will send my message or you will perish!
You know I will not.
You will teach us how to do this or everyone dies! There you go, Bobby. God bless the Christians, and everyone to learn against the end.
We are tracking this breaking news out of New York, where it appears that the Indian Point nuclear generating station has exploded in an apparent terrorist attack against our country. At this time, we are hearing the White House is ordering a shutdown of nuclear power plants in
A civil authority has issued an immediate evacuation for the following counties/areas: Wade, Johnston, Harnett, Lee, Chatham, Orange, Durham, Granville, Franklin, Nash, Wilson, Wayne, Sampson, North Carolina, beginning at 7:15 a.m. January 10, 2021 and ending at 9:15 a.m. January 10, 2021. Message from Zoe Laverne is my fave. Mandatory evacuation for those near nuclear power plants has been ordered by the White House. This includes the 60-mile radius of the Sharon Harris nuclear power plant in New Hill. If you have yet to evacuate, you must evacuate now. Please pack warming supplies, food, water, clothing, batteries, a flashlight, a battery-powered radio, medical supplies, and a first aid kit when evacuating. Do not leave your pets behind. Do not bring any hazardous materials with you. Do not forget that it is dangerously cold now. This is why civil authorities have suggested that you warm your vehicle up before evacuating. Please take neighbors who do not have an adequate source of transportation with you. Take one car per family. All public transit services in Warren have suspended operations in order to assist in evacuating. When you evacuate, tie a towel over a door or mailbox. That way, you will let civil authorities know that you are aware of the situation and have evacuated. Most importantly, do not panic. Panicking will only make the situation worse.
Well, that seems like an evacuation order has been issued. So yeah, you are now urged to evacuate. You should evacuate whatever direction will get you to safety the quickest, and you should not go through the city. And now we're here in Tyrant's station. Please stand by as we try to figure out what's going on. Thank us for the TV relay of the evacuation order. And now an deck is going off, ladies and gentlemen. It appears that something more serious is occurring. Please stand by as the emergency alert system gets activated again.
Please stand by. The President of the United States or his designated representative will be speaking shortly. Please stand by.
The following message has been given authorization for release at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. I say again, this is not a test. A national emergency has been declared across the nation. At around 7:14 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the Indian Point nuclear generating station has unfortunately exploded. The explosion from the plant has started a chain reaction of multiple power plants to explode across the nation. Plants east of the Mississippi have exploded, and those west of the Mississippi may follow suit. At this time, all residents must take action to protect their lives. If you are west of the Mississippi, prepare now for cover and gather your food and water and be ready for a potential nuclear power plant explosion. If you are east of the Mississippi, take cover immediately. Get into a fallout shelter and find somewhere to place as many objects between you and the outside as possible. Gather food, water that will last you for about 2 weeks, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, batteries, and a battery-powered radio for your stay in the shelter. The President has been taken to an undisclosed location and is unable to speak with the nation at this current moment. We will inform you with all the latest updates and information on this current ongoing situation via radio. Please make sure you stay tuned to your local radio stations and media outlets for all the latest updates. My fellow Americans, this is a very dark chapter in American history, but we will rise up. No terrorist can destroy our nation. We will punish whoever did this to us with 10 times the fury. God bless the United States and God help us all. This is an update regarding the emergency action notification that was issued 7 days ago. This is an all-clear statement. To repeat, this is an all-clear statement for the residents of the United States. All residents that are far away from the exploded plants are free to exit their shelters, but all residents with a 30-mile radius of any nuclear power plant must remain in their shelter. The nuclear power plants have caused everything in their 20 to 40-mile range to be obliterated. We will keep you updated if we are able to stay on the air. Please stay tuned to this station for more information.
Let's go! Try my $4.99 barbecue bacon double cheeseburger combo. Only at Jack in the Box.
Good evening, everyone. This is your host, Isaac Von Hott, here with KGO Radio. We have some breaking news regarding the terror attacks. It appears someone in affiliation with the terrorists behind the attack on the Indian Point nuclear generating station, which put America into lockdown after the event, has been put into custody by authorities in Pueblo, Colorado. Friend of Indian Point attack suspects James Poshley and Rick Stanman, who is identified as 24-year-old Justin Sterling, has been put into custody for plotting the attack with 22-year-old James and 21-year-old Rick and supplying them with weapons, a car, and money to coordinate the attack. Justin Sterling will be going into trial as soon as this week and could be facing a very long sentence in maximum security prison for the attack on a nuclear power plant which killed millions of Americans. In other news, contractors in Raleigh are already planning the rebuilding of the city.